It's a political face-off, the likes of which we've never seen. Today in Iowa, Bill Clinton stumping for Hillary, with the crucial Iowa caucus now just 5 weeks away. This after a surging Barack Obama announces his own weapon, Oprah, will soon be on the campaign trail for him. Her presence so formidable that the former president was forced to address it today.
Oh, I don't know about that. I like Oprah Winfrey. We're friends. And, you know, they're from Chicago. And they're friends. They're from Chicago. They ought to be for.
Yeah, maybe so, but Bill Clinton and Oprah Winfrey will now be going head-to-head. Here now, political analyst Lawrence O'Donnell and Stephanie Miller, host of the nationally syndicated Stephanie Miller Show, and MSNBC political analyst, Congressional quarterly columnist Craig Crawford. All right, Lawrence, Oprah's really going to be able to make a difference?
I think she might. Now, I don't think celebrity endorsements ever mean anything. I think this is the one endorsement that might matter. She has a unique relationship to her audience. She can move them into transactional decisions like buying a book. She says buy a book, people go out and spend $25 the next day.
Isn't there something different with that? And let me throw this to you, Stephanie. And people always compare it to the book club comparison. They say, oh, you know, Oprah can get all these people to buy her books. But there it's part of a shared experience. You buy the book so you can watch the show and you can be part of the book club. It's different when it comes to voting for a presidential candidate.
I'll tell you why, in one phrase, why you think that about Oprah, Dan. It's because you're a boy. You don't understand the power of Oprah. She is going to cut into Hillary's natural constituency, which is women. I'm telling you, Dan, America does as Oprah tells them to.
Well, you know, and we should say, this is, according to the Chicago Tribune, that her show is watched on average by 40,000 viewers in central Iowa each weekday, rivaling many primetime shows. Boy, Craig Crawford, am I just way off on this one? I mean, look, I'm not saying she's not going to help. She's useful. She's helpful to Barack Obama. I'm just not convinced she moves the needle.
No, I spent a week out in Iowa. I've been going to Iowa for 30 years in presidential campaigns, and these people take these things very seriously. I think they might even resent Oprah stepping into the middle of this. And also, I wonder about the appropriateness of someone who enjoys a privilege to profit from the public airwaves, even making a political endorsement. But, of course, the FCC gave up that kind of talk back in the Reagan administration.
You know, this is what Obama said about Oprah on Monday.
And this creates excitement and an event, and you know, hopefully we can attract some people who might not otherwise be interested in politics, who aren't regular viewers of C-SPAN.
See, that's the argument we hear in every election, though, Lawrence. Let's get either the young people involved or the people who aren't interested in politics. And you can make an argument that Karl Rove got a lot of people to the voting booth who might not have gone otherwise. But can Oprah do that, really?
I'm much more interested in what she can do with the middle-aged female voter. That's a very, very powerful constituency, the so-called soccer mom. Oprah has a direct connection to those people. And
but will she, agreed, but is she really going to get them either, as Barack Obama put it, the people who wouldn't have voted otherwise, or, you know, or to get them to change their vote from Hillary just because Oprah? I mean, are we saying that Oprah is really that powerful?
Maybe, meaning there's a lot of people in Iowa who are leaning. They're leaning toward Hillary. They're not with her all the way. Oprah could tip some of those people. If she does, and I think Stephanie's got a very serious point, that Oprah talks directly to the Hillary Clinton constituency. That's extremely dangerous for Obama, because if you're flipping a vote away from Hillary Clinton and adding it to Barack Obama, that's a very, very powerful thing in the outcome of that election.
But Stephanie, it sounds like what you're saying is that we've never seen a political force quite like Oprah Winfrey before, such that the old rules that apply when it comes to celebrity or talk shows or influential people, that this is different, it sounds like you're saying.
That's right. You know, Dan, Oprah is not a TV person. I would, you know, only Dan Abrams more powerful in my personal opinion.
Of course,
She is Oprah. She's not a TV person. And I think also, you know, there is a thing that Bill is Hillary's husband, and let's face it, he owes her for a couple of things. So I think that it's different. Oprah has never done this. I went to the fundraiser at Oprah's house for Obama. She talked very passionately about why she's never done this before. She has never endorsed a presidential candidate. She really believes believes in him, and that's pretty powerful. And by the way, Dan, she could also give every American that votes for Obama a car, and you get a car, and you get a car, and you get a car.
But see,
think about it.
The car thing, while we're joking about it, the car you're getting when you vote for Hillary is Bill in the White House, Craig. I mean, it does seem to me that there is an actual value, that he can actually move the needle, and that people say, oh, you know, I agree with Hillary on something. I don't know. I don't know what to make of her. I don't agree with her on certain things. But Bill will be there, too.
He's a political figure. People are accustomed to seeing in a political setting, and I don't think you create any backlash by having him out there campaigning for him. I think the problem for Obama with Oprah, first of all, I think he'd already gotten everything he was going to get from her. She endorsed him before he even started to run. The problem he's got is the void he needs to fill in this campaign, what he needs to convince voters in Iowa and New Hampshire about is that his preparedness to be president, the substantive things that he needs to do, and not the celebrityhood, which he already had for himself. I'll tell you, the endorsement I think matters most, at least in Iowa, is going to be Senator Ted Kennedy. In the last two caucuses with Al Gore and John Kerry, he made a huge difference there. Iowa Democrats will pay attention to that more than Oprah, and we're waiting to see what Kennedy's going to do.
Are we selling voters a little bit short, Lawrence, by saying that, you know, in Iowa, this is a caucus, right? I mean, it's a different process.
Right.
And as a result, it's a more educated voter, isn't it?
Yeah, and it's a highly optional thing. It's not as simple as going to the polls the way the rest of us vote around the country. I mean, you go, you have to hang around. It's a physical process. You sometimes change your vote in the course of the process. And Oprah, the issue with Oprah is, can she physically move people? Can she get them out of their homes and get them to show up at this caucus? And my bet is she's going to get some people to show up.
Lawrence, can I speak to that? Because I've met Oprah once in person. I worked for her, and all of you will one day, too. We all will. But I thought about for days what I would say to Oprah when I met her, and what I said is, I said, Oprah, flan. That's pretty much, it's all you can sort of form, because she's not human. She's sort of a force that just moves people.
No,
I think if people in Iowa meet her in person, trust me, Dan.
I've met Oprah in person a couple times. I've been on her show. The bottom line is, though, Bill Clinton has at least that much impact as well.
Let's remember, the Bill Clinton endorsement is already built into Hillary's polling numbers. He's already given her the surge that he can give her. What can he add now is the question. Oprah is a new factor. Can she add something in these 5 weeks? That's the question.
Craig, that's an interesting point. Take that one on.
I don't think she is a new factor. I mean, if anybody's watching her show has known, and her website, she's been pushing Obama for a long time, had him on several times. She pushed her. Right. She's also got a movie she's out pushing with Denzel Washington, and I think it might have as much to do about that in the end. We'll see if she talks about her movie when she's out.
Let's remember, Madonna supported our friend Wes Clark in 2004. So, all right. Lawrence O'Donnell, Craig Crawford, Stephanie Miller. Thanks a lot.